Hello everybody, welcome to this week's Tuesday tutorial. Now this week is going to be slightly different. Rather than me showing you any techniques, it's going to be a bit more about product knowledge. Now one of the brands that we stock in the salon is Olaplex, and we get a lot of people asking about it. They've heard it, they don't know how to pronounce it, they ask us about Opiplex or Opiplex or Opalex. It's Olaplex. So they want to know what it is, what it does, is it good for them? So I'm going to go through what the products are, what they do, how they work, hopefully give you a little bit more information. So when someone mentions it or you hear about it, you know what they're talking about. So when people talk about Olaplex, they sometimes refer to the fact that it helps to repair, maintain and strengthen the bonds. So what are these bonds? Your hair is made up of millions of disulfide bonds. When they are intact and they are all aligned, this is when you get healthy, strong, well-managed hair. As soon as these bonds become damaged, that's when, in the breakup, that's when your hair is in need of repair. So the things that damage the disulfide bonds in our hair are thermal, things like your blow dryers, your straightening irons, your curling tongs. It can be environmental damage, so pollution, just daily wear and tear, hot and cold weather, UV, mechanical. So this can be just from brushing your hair too vigorously. We mentioned about when your hair is wet and it's in its most fragile state. Over brushing then will damage your hair mechanically, tying it up tightly, things like that. Just general friction. Or chemical damage. And that will be from your thermal straighteners, your colouring, your lightening, your bleaching, things like that. So these are all factors that will damage the disulfide bonds, and Olaplex is the products that are going to help to stop the damage in its tracks and also help to repair the damage once it's already happened. So the way that Olaplex works is once your disulfide bonds have been broken down during one of the factors that we've just spoke about, you end up with two single sulfur hydrogen bonds. Now, if nothing happens, i.e. you don't use Olaplex, these single sulfur hydrogen bonds can attach themselves to oxygen molecules, and that will result in cysteic acid. And now this cysteic acid is what will eat away at the protein in your hair, resulting in more and more damage. So what Olaplex does, it gets in there first and attaches itself to the single sulfur hydrogen bond and stops any further damage from happening. So there are a number of products in the Olaplex range, easily numbered from 0 to 7. Start off with number 1 and number 2. These are in-salon treatments. Number 1 is an additive that can be added to your colours, your lighteners, which will prevent the damage from happening, prevent the bonds from breaking down, so almost stops it in its tracks. And number 2 is a treatment that we put on afterwards, which again will restore any bonds that have been broken straight away, and any bonds that have been missed will help repair them. So these were the basis of the Olaplex system, closely followed by number 3, which has slightly less of the active ingredient as number 2, but works in a similar sort of way. Whereas a lot of treatments for hair you will put on as an addition to a conditioner or instead of your normal conditioner after shampooing, number 3 is slightly different. So number 3, this one, your hair perfector, this will go on to wet hair prior to shampooing and needs to be left on at least 20 minutes. Some people like to leave it on overnight and then shampoo it out in the morning. That's absolutely fine, but cannot stress enough, it needs to go on prior to shampooing. The next steps in the take-home products for Olaplex are the number 4 and number 5. I know we spoke about these before during the shampooing tutorial. These you shampoo it in your conditioner, highly concentrated. These will hydrate, repair, restore damaged hair, and can be used every day if need be, but are a great addition to your home care treatment for your hair. Following on from number 4 and 5, we've obviously got number 6. This is a leave-in reparative styling cream. This will again repair, hydrate, it will eliminate frizz for up to 72 hours, it can speed up your blow drying time. This really softens and makes your hair feel absolutely gorgeous. So again, another must have if you're suffering with or your hair is prone to frizziness, dryness. This is a really great product to add in. Now, number 7 in the Olaplex system is the bonding oil. This is highly concentrated, ultra lightweight, and it will dramatically increase your shine, your softness, strength. Absolutely wonderful. You can always add a couple of drops to your number 6. Use them together. They are a match made in heaven. This will also provide heat protection up to 230 degrees. It's really good for, again, if you've got a coarse texture, really help to soften texture, make your hair feel a lot softer. Now, the latest addition to the Olaplex family is number 0. Now, I know you're probably thinking that doesn't make much sense to go from 1 to 7 back to 0, but obviously that is a clue as to where it falls into the order of things. So number 0, you can treat it like a primer for your hair. When you think about painting, your finish is always going to be better. The lasting power of your paint is always going to be a lot better if you prime it first. So this is what number 0 does. It primes your hair ready for all the other products that you're going to put on, so you get the most out of them and your hair responds better. So in this kit, you will get a bottle of the 0. This is normally good for probably 2 applications. So it's got a very concentrated nozzle. So you would saturate your hair with the number 0. Going through section by section, squeezing it through. It does need quite a good squeeze, but that's good in the fact that you won't waste it and squirt half of it up your bathroom wall. So you saturate your hair, this, give it a good comb through, leave for 10 minutes. Then without rinsing, you will then go in with your number 3. So you get a trial size bottle that's obviously exactly the same as your big bottle of number 3, but just comes with a pack. So then you would go over, and again, good for probably a couple of applications, go over and saturate your hair with the number 3, obviously because your hair is already pre-dampened. With the 0, this will go on quite well. Again, give it a good comb through and leave that on for a further 10 minutes, longer if you want. Then rinse it out and shampoo and condition as normal. So that is the Olaplex family. All of the products are vegan friendly. They are all not tested on animals. They are all gluten-free, sulfate, paraben-free, all colour safe. So all the things that people worry about when it comes to their beauty products, their hair products, Olaplex ticks all the boxes. So now you've had your lesson in all things Olaplex. When someone mentions it, when you see it mentioned on social media, you've got a little bit more knowledge. And of course, we stock all of this in the salon all the time. So if there's ever anything you want, or if you need any more advice, you can just contact one of us and we will be happy to help. So I hope you've enjoyed this slightly different tutorial, going back to the classroom a little bit. We will see you next week. Take care, bye-bye.